Forget what Dorothy, the Tin Man, and Scarecrow once said.
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my!
Because in 2018, the more applicable statement is ads and reach and algorithms, oh my.
No! God, please, no!
While none of these terms are particularly new to our digital lexicon, they've certainly been pushed to the forefront of our attention due in large part to the well-intentioned announcement that Mark Zuckerberg made of changes that are coming and some of which have already been implemented to Facebook and other social media platforms.
Oh, great!
To those that are strictly end users, a lot of these changes sound like they're actually quite nice. We would all love to go back and live in the days where our Facebook feeds were filled with things like John Smith is at the gym or Susie Jones is looking for a coffee, rather than sales funnels, sign up for my free webinar.
Ain't nobody got time for that!
So here are 5 harsh truths to help you make sense of what exactly is happening on social media in 2018.
Write this down.
Number 1, it's past its prime. While statistics pertaining to how much we use social media daily certainly suggest that we are just at the beginning of what this thing is going to become, I think that's more of a result of its addictive nature and our addiction to it, rather than the quality of what it actually has to offer.
No doubt in my mind.
Think about it. When's the last time you actually heard someone say to you, man, I just love scrolling through my newsfeed and what it has to show me? It's not to say that there's nothing of value to be found in your newsfeed or that you aren't getting something from it, but it is undeniable that it's being oversaturated by things that are either completely insignificant or paid for.
I knew it!
For companies and brands, I firmly believe that social media is past its prime because long gone are the days where you can easily and effectively grow a following, as well as long gone are the days where you can actually interact with the people that you've already established as your following.
Now I'm depressed.
For end users, I believe that social media is past its prime because we keep seeing the same things from the same people over and over again, and it's also become difficult to trust anything of what you see because of how much crap there is out there.
Tell me about it.
Number 2, it's antisocial. How could any social media platform be antisocial? Easy, by being exactly what it is today. Social media gives us all the illusion that we are interacting with so many people, but think about it for a second. How many of those people do you actually know something substantial about?
Oh, 3 or 4.
Social media gives us this illusion of socialization while gradually killing off so many of the more traditional forms of socialization that were once a regular part of our daily lives.
Wow.
Think about phone calls, for example. How many numbers do you actually feel excited about when you see them coming in as a call to you? Or does it actually make you feel awkward in the sense of, I don't want to answer that, or I don't want to actually talk to somebody? Versus growing up, I'm sure that a phone call was something that was quite welcome in your house.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
Just as social media usage numbers are on the rise, so are those pertaining to depression and loneliness. Do you not think there's any type of correlation?
You just blew my mind.
Number 3, it brings out the worst in us. We're all familiar with the term cyberbully by now. And while it may be with the dawn of the internet that this term was born, it's actually within social media that it seems that this term has really founded itself and planted its roots. Just as alcohol provides some of us with that liquid courage to say or do some of the things that we normally wouldn't have the courage to do, it seems as though the protection of being behind our computer screen or our phone or our iPad gives us this whole sense of courage to say and do things much more hateful or rude than we ever actually would be in person.
I hate bullies!
Even if you consider yourself to be one of the nice ones online, you're likely still affected by cyberbullying through the filtering that you apply to what you do and do not post in hopes of not being victim to it or not being subject to it in any form.
Because maybe I'm not good enough.
Number 4, everyone wants your money. Whether it's fueled by well-intentioned necessity or sheer greed, it should be known at this point that everyone ultimately online is looking for your money or some way that you unlock money for them.
I don't have any money.
You should know by now that that free webinar is just the beginning point to a sales funnel to a whole bunch of other things to eventually lock you in as a client or to buy something in particular. And you should know that the clickbaity title is all there to eventually drag you to a website that's loaded with ad units. And that's okay.
Are you kidding me?
The best defense in the face of this is not to avoid these things altogether, but instead to just be aware and to think critically before you invest in any of these things that we're clearly being oversaturated with and are likely in line to be even more saturated with in 2018.
Oh, great.
As someone who's created an online course myself and is working on another one, and has also created articles and videos just like this that have these tactics embedded within them, it seems counterproductive for me to be sharing this with you. But even I know that my content is not suitable or not a good fit for everyone, so why would I sugarcoat it and try to get it to go across to everyone?
God damn it, do I respect you?
There's a lot of value to be found in certain things online. but what provides value to each of us differs from each and every one of us.
I believe you.
Number 5, it's making you impatient. The article is a dying medium, as is the very long video. In fact, it's actually a miracle that you're even watching this at this point.
Thank you, Jesus.
You can blame it on Vine, you can blame it on Snapchat, you can blame it on news feeds as a whole. The bottom line is we've all become so incredibly demanding and impatient with our approach to things that we are exposed to online.
Are you kidding me?
Your newsfeed is only filled with listicle articles, 8 this, 17 that, 11 this, and square videos like this one if you happen to be seeing this on Facebook for a reason. Because this is the only thing that has any chance right now at catching your attention, and even that is a crapshoot.
Yes, that's true.
Long gone are the days where we could slowly be lured into a point of interest within a well thought out and concocted piece, and instead are the days where we need to be caught within 3 seconds or we're gone, or even a second in some cases.
I'm sorry.
So if you're tired of seeing the same crap online, realize it's because we've collectively brought it to that point.
Come on!
So if my content happens to resonate with you, I encourage you to check out my website as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel and to like me on Facebook. But if it doesn't, I understand. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this anyway.